My name is Tru Powell and I am a multiple business owner, so I have several different businesses across the events and entertainment sector, but I'm also a personal brand and publicity coach, so I help creative entrepreneurs really harness and cultivate their personal brands and get visible. So I run several different businesses and they're primarily in the creative and event space, and we offer experiences to clients across the region, across the Birmingham region, whether that's through entertainment, whether that's through event management, whether that's through kind of pampering and beauty. We have a variety of different services across the businesses. But I guess for me, one of the things that I'm really passionate about now is really helping entrepreneurs get visible. You know, I believe that if you are not visible, you are invisible. And in this day and age, as a business owner and as an entrepreneur, we have to be visible. We have to be up and forefront in front of our businesses, flying the flag for our businesses, and that's what I try and help entrepreneurs do. So my target audience is creatives and entrepreneurs, like creative entrepreneurs. So any entrepreneur who either work in the creative industries or who is creative in their business. You know, the whole community around creative entrepreneurs is we support kind of turning creativity into careers or passion into profit, and that's something that we're really passionate about, and we do that through supplying business structures around talent and around creativity. So any creativity out there, so whether you work in event management, whether you work in the online digital space, whether you work in the beauty industry, whether you're a web designer, a musician, singer, dancer, performer, any creative outlet that you may be involved in, and if you're a business leader for that, for your creative outlet, then you are our target audience, and we would love to work with you and, you know, support you on your mission to powering up your personal brand and getting visible. So my career and business journey from start till now is quite a wild one. We might be here all day, but I have always been entrepreneurial from a very, very young age. But like with most people in, you know, growing up in the inner city, if you do not have representation, if you do not see people who look like you being a business owner or being an entrepreneur, you tend to follow the rat race, you tend to follow the convention. So I went to, you know, uni, college, school, and then I went on to work, even though I had this niggling kind of voice in my ear saying, you know, you need to be running your own business. But I've always worked in event management and actually started my career in this very building. So whilst I was at uni studying events and marketing, I was the operations and customer services manager here at the Drum, it was once called, and I was doing that for 4 years. So I know this space well, very, very well. And then from the Drum, I moved on to a organisation called Marketing Birmingham, and that was all about kind of marketing the city, and I looked after all the corporate events. So I looked after, you know, like events for kind of like some of the city's senior leaders, and, you know, if any politicians came, you know, I delivered their events. So people like Nick Clegg at the time, I had to, you know, Jeremy Hunt, I had to deliver their kind of events, if you like. Did that for about between 4 and 5 years, then left there. Went to another health and safety organisation and did international kind of corporate events, so awards and stuff like that, and then realised that after about 1.5 years that I kind of wanted to do it on my own, and during that time I was running a social enterprise, so it was kind of considered as my side hustle, but was taking up more than like half of my time. So Aston Performing Arts is one of my absolute, you know, organisations that I run. I still have it to this very day, and one third of the directorship for the organisation, and we empower young people in performing arts, and we provide performance opportunities as well as learning and development, and actually the main source of the work is done where we empower the young person and kind of instill confidence in them and increase their self-esteem, and we use the performing arts as an engagement tool. So I was doing that alongside working in events for different organisations, and then I just finally decided that actually I wanted to go on my own and take the dive, and then I went and opened up alternative events, and you know, probably about 6 years ago now, and the rest is history. And we've been doing some amazing events. You know, we've done some great stuff for ASOS and the council, and you know, big, you know, international organisations as well, and it's been pretty amazing. I obviously opened up other businesses as well, and stuff like that, which has been fantastic, and then kind of just developed. But yeah. So my coping mechanisms and trying to balance kind of a home kind of work-life balance, I guess for me it's about stability, and it's about understanding your structure. So I have a very specific routine and structure to my day. I am up at 4:45, I'm in the gym by 5:30, I'm out the gym by 7:15. Then I sort out the kids, get them ready for school, I do my school run. That time for me is uninterrupted. It's technically the only real time that I get to spend with the children. So I make sure that school run time is uninterrupted, and I get to take them to school because I get to hear more about their day, and that's when they actually speak the most to me. Then I go to work, I go to the office, whether that's at the office or home. And then I kind of work, and then I again pick the kids up from school. I take that job very seriously. Like, my VA knows that you do not interrupt these sessions because that's my time. And then I may then work in the evening, or do whatever I need to do in the kind of afternoon stroke evening. But I think, to my point, it's really important that you understand the power of structure, the power of time blocking, the power of understanding kind of being stable, and understanding how having structure can help with your day, because you know what's coming. I'm very active at the gym. I train pretty much every day, and that helps mindset, that helps me kind of, escape. You obviously know I'm really creative, so I use the creative arts as another outlet, and I'm just really mindful about what I consume, so that's mentally and physically, and I try and eat well and drink lots of water, because that benefits me and keeps me healthy in mind and in physical, and I read a lot, listen to a lot of podcasts, things that would just elevate me, empower me. And as much as I'm on social media, I don't consume social media in that kind of, negative, visceral, kind of obsessive way. I do it a lot for kind of work and stuff like that. But there are times where social media becomes too much. I understand my limits. I understand actually I need to put that away and do something else, whether it's go for a run or do something to get my mind right. So it's just about being self-aware and understanding what effects other mediums have on you, and how do you combat that. If you know that you're working towards something, and you know that you've put this structure in for a reason, then you just do it. Like now, like before when I first started, I was like, I don't want to go to the gym, can't be bothered. But now I just know that I have to, so I just get up and go. Like, I don't even question it, because I just think, what's the point in having that kind of mental battle with yourself? Just go. So some of my successes around my career, or during my career actually, is I have been really, really fortunate to kind of win many awards that has really recognised my efforts, whether it's in entrepreneurship, whether it's in kind of business, whether it's in kind of giving to young people, or do any philanthropy work. I've been really, really fortunate. So I won in 2017 Birmingham Young Professional of the Year in Marketing and Comms. I also won the Great British Entrepreneur Award from NatWest. I also won the Greater Birmingham Future Face Chamber of Commerce award in entrepreneurship, and various other different awards, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've really had a blessed career, but actually for me it's not really the awards that make me smile or make me appreciate. So it's the rewards, and there is a distinct difference. You know, the awards are those shiny things that you get and you put on your mantelpiece, and you take your photo, and you know, mum and gran and everyone's, oh, it's so amazing. Well, actually the rewards are things that are often not seen, that you smile to yourself at night and think, I did that. So you know, for me, I work a lot with young people, and one of the rewards I always say is seeing a young people who was, you know, on the pipeline from exclusion to prison. We kind of waded in as an organisation, and you know, helped him find a love and a passion for acting and drama. And you know, he's been with our organisation for many years before then going off to drama school, then getting, you know, a degree, and then acting on Coronation Street, and us seeing that, you know, for me that's a major reward. Other rewards are, you know, things like, you know, getting to, I guess, use my platform to speak on issues that really matter, and having them heard. That's a reward. There's many rewards that kind of make me smile, and I think it's understanding the difference between kind of awards and rewards, and I think that for me is what I particularly like. Another reward, being appointed to the Birmingham Hippodrome Board of Directors. Now, when I was 7 years old, I stood outside the Birmingham Hippodrome as a creative and was like, one day I'm going to watch a performance in this space. Now I'm a board of director for one of the most recognised, visited theatres in Europe, and I can now go and watch any performance I want in the director's box, which is just a complete turnaround, and that's a huge reward for me. So yeah, I've been really fortunate and blessed throughout my career so far. So the Black Pound is important because I think, I know that we have to build our own community. I think it's really important that we invest in our own community, and we build our own community. And it starts with finance, it starts with the economy, it starts with the black economy. And I just 100% believe that, you know, we should be really conscious about where we are spending our money, and how does that benefit our community, how does that benefit our people. And you know, I say that because, you know, as a community, you know, we are not represented well when it comes to entrepreneurship, business, and there is a lot of institutionalized racism, and unfortunately we could have the same business as our counterpart, but the masses will choose, for whatever reason, our counterpart because our race is considered as a threat or violent or just not comfortable for consumers. So we're fighting against that. So where possible, I believe that we as black people should be investing and buying from our own people to build up that community, because we're already up against a disadvantage because the fact that we're black and people are not comfortable in buying from, or the more comfortable in buying from our counterparts. I loved the Birmingham Black Business Conference today. I thought it was a well-needed conference, and actually it was a good conference for us to start getting ourselves back out there from a 15-month kind of hiatus because of the pandemic. And I felt that it was an important event, and one that we should all kind of support. I also was humbled enough to be on the panel speaking about business and personal branding and being visible. And I think, you know, it's an environment where we can grow, learn and share together. And I think, you know, people always say, you know, success leaves clues, and if you have people who have already walked the walk and talked the talk, and willing to give that value and information to help, you know, the next generation of business owners, entrepreneurs, professionals on their journey, then I think that's just absolutely amazing and will be beneficial. And why reinvent the wheel if you've got people there that can help and you can learn from and share? So I thought it was a really, really well, you know, put on event. I thought, you know, it's important that we have these events. It's important that we have kind of these events, not, you know, regularly, and not just make it a one-off. And it's also important that we have follow-up, and it's important that we, you know, how can we support the next generation, because actually they are the future, and they will be making the difference. So you can find me at trupowell.com. That would have all the businesses that I have, so whether it's the Kids Bar Candy Girl, whether it's the events business, whether it's the Performing Arts Academy, whether it's the children's home that I run, or even if it's any courses or anything like that that you need help with, or the creative entrepreneur community that would help you power up your personal brands and get you visible and help you with press. Everything's on my website, trupowell.com. I'm all social media, Tru_Powell, that's Tru without the E, Tru_Powell. I'm active on all social media channels, so you can find me anywhere on there, or just go to my website, sign up to my mailing list, and you'll be kept up to date with everything that I'm doing.